Hey guys, and welcome to this week's episode of The Eagles Eye. I'm here with Cameron.
I'm back. Alyssa didn't take my place.
I wish she had, but unfortunately we're stuck with this slob again.
Okay.
So, speaking of slobs, you're really messing the cafeteria too.
Yeah, I know. I just caused so much havoc everywhere.
And you're like eating your food and it's going everywhere.
I just spit everywhere.
Especially you eat even more food now that it's free lunch.
I get everything. Get that fruit.
Get that vegetable, because you have to have that.
Yeah, I got some pizza.
Wait, oh my gosh, did you know that I talked to one of the food providers here at Norristown? Cheryl,
my girl Cheryl?
Yes, I talked to her about the program here that we have at Norristown, the new program we have, where everyone gets a free lunch and breakfast. And she talked to her a lot, an amazing interview.
She sounds like a great lady.
She is a great lady, it was so fantastic. What do you think we should do?
I think we should go watch it.
Let's go check it out.
Shout out to Cheryl.
Hi, I'm Tori Purcell, and I'm with Cheryl Riccioli to talk about the food service program at Norristown Area High School. Hi, how are you?
Fine, thank you.
So, what's new in the cafeteria this year?
Well, this year we've implemented a new program called the CEP program, which is Community Eligibility Provisions, which provides the students with free breakfast and free lunch every day.
Wow, that's really awesome.
It is.
So, are there any new procedures that you guys are taking in the cafeteria?
Well, it's not that there's really any new procedures, it's just that we are serving more kids now that everyone is eating.
Mm-hmm.
So we have noticed an increase in how many lunches we actually do serve.
Right, okay. So is there any change in the food itself?
Well, we made those changes years ago.
Mm-hmm.
The state has mandated certain rules and regulations that we follow, such as calorie restrictions, sodium restrictions, fat, things being whole grain.
Right.
And as the years have gone by, they were subtle changes, such as our nuggets are breaded with whole grain breading. All of our breads are at least 51% whole grain or more. And we do a lot of farm to school, which a lot of the students might not be aware of. I try to tell them these are local apples, you know, because we do get a lot of local and fresh, and I do some organics. I don't know if anybody goes in the salad bar who does here or not, but there is a very nice mixture of spring mix, kale, romaine, all healthy greens, and sometimes a lot of that is organic as well.
Wow, that's really fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
So how are you guys able to supply all this food for 3 lunches every day?
Well, supplying it as far as ordering it in the school, which I do, order the food in, and then we prepare it. So I do have a staff that is diligent in preparing the food all morning, afternoon. We continually cook the food through the lunches to make sure that we have the quantities that we need for each lunch period. So it is it's a task.
Yeah.
There is a lot of work involved in that.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys find that you ever run out of food for the meal?
Well, it's not that we run out, and if we have, say, the biggest lunch is hot wings, sometimes we'll run out of that particular type of wing, and I'll have to move on to a different kind of wing. But we don't really actually run out of food.
Okay. And do you guys have a way of keeping track of how many students eat lunch every day?
Yes, and that's a very good question, because a lot of students find it really difficult to stand in line and wait for us to ring them up. But it's so important because we account for every meal that goes out of that cafeteria. The state requires it, of course the district requires it, in order for us to be reimbursed by the government and the state, so we can in turn buy the food to provide to the students. So as impatient as sometimes the kids get, it's important that you stay in line. And not only are we bringing in each lunch, but we have to bring in each component to the meal. There are 5 components to the meal. You have a meat and meat alternate, you have a grain, you have a fruit, a vegetable, and a milk. And you can get all of those components, but you must take at least 3, and 1 has to be a fruit or vegetable. So if you've ever gone through the line and we say, you don't have a fruit or a vegetable, grab a fruit, it's because it is a requirement. And you have to be rung up, and therefore we can account for the meal so we can get reimbursed for the meal. So be patient, everyone.
Yeah. And going off of that, there are a lot of kids in each of these 3 lunches.
Yes.
So do you guys find that you have anything to do with managing the behavior?
Behavior. Well, I feel as a manager that it is really not our job to discipline the kids, not children. You guys are grown. We are to serve you the food. Do kids get impatient and do they, have some misbehavior? Of course they do, but it's normal, So I inform my staff that really the discipline does not come from us. If there's a problem, then my staff is informed to come and get me, because then I will handle that as I see fit. And it's usually just having a conversation.
Right.
And once you have a conversation and make them understand, then they're fine. The students are fine with that. So I very rarely, ever rarely have an incident because the students are so well behaved.
That's awesome.
It is.
So do you guys ever plan any special meals, like
Sure,
holidays?
of course. So Thanksgiving is coming. I'm sure everyone remembers from elementary school to
Yep.
middle school to high school that we do have our turkey dinner.
Yep.
And you will get pumpkin pie, And then for Christmas, I have a little bit of a say with that, Of course, I have a food service department and I have a supervisor. But we do ask for suggestions from the students, like what would you
Like to see?
Exactly. So I don't want to do pumpkin pie again. I was thinking of something else. So we're working on that. Maybe not an apple pie, maybe a pumpkin mousse. We're not sure yet. So, but if we got more input from the students as far as what they would like to eat, we would oblige by that, no problem. We try to accommodate you. We want you to eat.
Right,
You need to eat, and we try to give you the nutrition that you need to make your day better.
Yeah, food is important.
Yes,
sure.
but we do have holiday meals, and one is coming up.
Yes, I love
Thanksgiving, it's a good one.
So when did the CEP program start here?
This year, this is the first year that it started, and it had been discussed for many years, and it had to be voted upon, the school board, and this is the first year that they voted it in.
And do you find that it's had a positive effect on the food services?
Absolutely, absolutely. A lot of the kids were free or reduced or full pay and found it difficult to even pay that minimal amount.
Right.
So they had accrued debt, and which wasn't fun to come through the line and you have to say, bring in your money, bring in your money. Now we don't have to worry about any of that.
Right.
Which is great for us and great for you, because then you don't have the stress of that.
And then
Students,
there's a lot less stress for
right? Students don't need that.
Yeah, that's great.
Hmm.
And do you think the students are happy with this plan too?
Of course, because they don't have the worriment of, I need lunch money, or I didn't bring my lunch money, or they know. And I don't even know if all of the students know that they can eat breakfast and lunch free of charge. And it's important for them to eat, because there's so many studies done on eating breakfast before you start your day, and your brain functions much better.
So are there any changes to breakfast this year because of that?
Well, there are changes in breakfast. It's not just, we offer quite a variety for breakfast. You can get yogurt, cheese sticks, you get your cereal, your grains. I have pancakes and eggs, and I have everything, and you get juice and fruit and milk. But we are serving it now in 2 places. So not only is it served in the cafeteria, it is also served in the gym now, to try to get as many kids fed as we possibly can. So come in early for breakfast, everyone.
That's good. And what time does breakfast start at?
Breakfast, we start at 7.
Okay.
Now, the ROTC can come in a little earlier because they're done earlier, and they usually come through the line earlier. But at 7, when the doors are open, I encourage everyone to come in and eat breakfast.
Yeah, that sounds like a good plan to me.
It is.
And do you guys still provide for the food trust?
Well, we don't actually have anything to do with the Food Trust. That's a program that I'm not sure how it was initiated, but somehow through our health council. And it starts in elementary, and they carry it through middle. And the kids at elementary would see it more. They have taste testings. Then in middle, you know, you might see them in just one grade, but here at the high school, they're only in the 10th grade, and it is, I think, with your health class. So that's a nonprofit that comes in to educate the students on nutrition.
Okay. Is there anything else you'd like to add about the cafeteria?
Well, I'm hoping to do a commercial soon and take the students through the kitchen itself so they could actually see the prep that's involved in the food that they're eating, and then take them through each line to show them what their options are. I feel like a lot of the students don't really know, and I'm hoping that this commercial will help them see all the options that are available to them, because now even in the snack shop where you buy your drinks and your chips, you can also get your free meal. There's a little warmer in there that they have burgers or wings or, you know, any kind, whatever we're serving on the line. Miss Julia will put it in her warmer, and you can get your chips, your juice, and your meal all at the same time. And your meal is free, so why not get it?
Right. Wow, that's really amazing. Thank you for joining me.
You're very welcome. Thank you for having me.
I'm Troy Brussels here with Cheryl Riccioli to talk about the food program here at Norristown Area High School. Now back to you, Lizzie.